That cup, maybe I should do this somewhere else. Alright, this cup, that cup's going to represent, look at that.
There's a cup on the ground.
Yeah, that's all it is, just a cup on the ground. That cup's going to represent the fire, no, that cup's going to represent the cross.
Tell them they can stand if they need to see.
You can stand if you need, if you want to see, by the way. In the back. In the back. Okay, that represents the cross. This cup is going to represent the Holy Spirit. That cup's representing the Holy Spirit. And this cup is a cup that's going to represent us not living such a godly life. This cup we're going to have water in. That's all it is. Just some water that I'm putting in the bottom of the cup. See, water. It's not bad. Not liquor. We're good. And so the water represents the sin in our lives. And, of course, sin will take over and make our lives heavier. And then we'll soon become wrapped up in sin that we don't see our Christian selves. We don't see what God has called us to be. We don't see that we need to be the light of the world. We need to be dry so the fire of God will consume us. If we're full of water, if we're full of sin, the fire of God's not going to come near us. God does not want to be in a house full of sin. He will not come in the church if we're a whole bunch of sinners. He needs us to worship Him. He needs us to read our Bible. He needs us to be there when He calls. He needs us to be the salt and the flavor of this world.
Yes.
Okay. Once we have the fire of God inside us, we can affect other people, you know? Have you ever, like, your Christian friends came up to you and they saw that you're a Christian, so they wanted to be a Christian? Did that ever happen to you?
Yes.
Okay, well, the fire of God, the water represents sin tonight, and my fire represents the fire of God. And if we have a dry cup and our cup stays dry, then this cup will soon catch fire.
If you catch the flame. Soon.
An hour later.
Well,
this cup is gonna catch fire.
It's going to.
You want to blow the
It has caught fire.
There it goes.
Nice.
You just smothered it. No.
Put it out.
come on. It did it earlier. Okay, well that cup will catch fire if that's us. That's the fire of God consuming us. This is our Christian lives that we live, that we try to live. And our friends come moseying around, and if they have sin in their lives, they have to get their cup clean through God. But the thing about it is, this cup would burn. If we set our lives next to the fire of God, then look what wraps up. Our lives have set others on lives, and then they keep set others on lives, and then the fire of God consumes our friends.
It's awesome.
The fire of God consumes our families that are unsaved.
Come on.
And then, but eventually, if we're not full of God, our cup will burn out. Our cup will go out. Then the fire of God will be off of us and on other people. If we start getting into some stuff that we're not supposed to be getting into, our fire will go out and we won't have a fire anymore. And then all we'll have is ash left. And our ash will soon fade away in the wind. So sad, I know. But our church friends, they know we're Christians,